In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. In the morning while I'm driving, Ronnie Q. I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.
Grand Rising. Hello, and Renee. Thank you for dropping down. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I was thinking about taking a long weekend. I said yesterday, if something came upon the horizon, that I would come and share it to you. And I really thought that these Republicans were so against student loan forgiveness. I thought that they didn't think that the government should be paying to forgive these loans. But come to find out, they have no problem with the taxpayers forgiving these loans. So if you haven't heard the latest news that has come out, they are, if you need a job, they are recruiting employees, and they are paying $50,000 bonuses, sign-on bonuses, and student loan forgiveness. And what administration is a federal job? What administration has this type of money to recruit a large workforce? None other than ICE. ICE, the largest police, FBI, larger than the police forces, the FBI forces, that is has a $1 billion budget thanks to that big, beautiful bill. So now they are all on board with forgiving your student loans, as long as you are willing to run through the country like Hitler's Youth, and racially profile brown people who may or may not be American citizens. So let me share this story with you right now. If you're coming in, please hit the like button on your way in, and I thank you for being here. Let's get into this. Democracy Now! If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to drop this link in the chat. It was a late ad to the show, and so I'll drop it right in the chat.
A major recruitment campaign to hire officers, lawyers, and Economic Powers Act suspect because the law doesn't use the word tariff. ICE is launching a major recruitment campaign to hire officers, lawyers, investigators by offering $50,000 signing bonuses and student loan forgiveness. ICE is flush with funds after President Trump's tax and spending bill granted the agency $76.5 billion, $30 billion of which would be used for hiring thousands of staffers to meet the Trump administration's goal of 1 million deportations annually. The Trump administration's authorized the deployment of the National Guard to immigration detention centers in 20 states in the coming weeks, according to a private memo to field offices obtained by the New York Times. The unprecedented deployment will see Guard members assist in paperwork to process the mass detention of immigrants and asylum seekers. In Texas, top emergency management
20 states, 20 states. They are going to have these detention centers in. And where are they going to hold these people? These are going to be private facilities enriching the already rich. Get money, bitch. Get money, bitch. Okay, no, I didn't hear this story, but it seems like they're talking about the emergency managers in Texas. And I said yesterday, I was curious. Let's find out together if they're questioning the lack response of these agencies that are flush with money and are not spending it in the areas where they need to spend it. Let's see if they're talking about no one from FEMA showing up in time for rapid response to get these people out of that flood. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out with you.
Officials from Kerr County have testified publicly for the first time since devastating floods killed more than 130 people over the 4th of July weekend. 2 emergency management officials told state lawmakers they were asleep as the disaster unfolded. Judge Rob Kelly is the top-ranking official in Kerr County and directs emergency management.
My wife was at home during the early hours of July 4th while I was at our lake house preparing for a family gathering. On the afternoon and evening of July 3rd, nothing felt out of the ordinary in Kerr County.
Survivors confronted Kerr County officials over their disaster response as floodwaters rose to historic levels. Here's resident Lawrence Walker on the county's lack of an alarm warning system.
So the alarms work. Europeans have alarms. Canadians have alarms. Comfort, Texas, which is right over the county line, has alarms. We don't have alarms. We had the chance to have alarms. The research had been done and the money was offered. But I think the conservative aspect of our commissioners, they didn't want that federal money, and they turned it away.
Medics in Sudan.
Actually, no, they did not turn the money away. He's talking about the emergency relief fund that Joe Biden offered Texas. 10 or $20 million? I played the clip for you last week. I think it was $20 million. And if I'm wrong, I'm not trying to go overboard. It was between $10 and $20 million that Biden offered them. And you should have seen, you saw the room of people in there. There was a room of people also that came out and said that they did not want Biden's money. And if they took Biden's money, they would surely vote them out of office, all of this stuff, because they were thinking about taking Biden's relief money. I played that for you, and I did play all of the people complaining about taking this money. Grand Rising, Ebony Diamond, Grand Rising, the cynical one, Grand Rising, you gotta chill. So the public didn't want to take the money. But they still took the money. And what they took the money for, they paid $1 million to upgrade this, that, and the other. I think it may have been $10 million. And to retire some people and to get new police communication systems and all of this. They still took the money. So while that man don't even know that they still took the money. They were bitching and moaning. They said that that would be like taking money from the devil. That's what they said. They were in meetings with their representatives. This is what the public see. This is a 45-47 voting. These are 45-47 voters. This whole area that was hit. So let's call a thing a thing. Okay. So what you may not know is, who remember Byron Donalds? Do you remember who Byron Donalds is? If you don't remember who Byron Donalds is, let me show you. Let me refresh your memories on who Byron Donalds is. I think that's interesting, and I hope you remember him. Hold on, I have it pulled up already. I just want to refresh your memories on Mr. Donalds.
And so one of the things that's actually happening in our culture, which you're now starting to see in our politics, is...
Okay, he's going to tell you about our culture. Okay.
The reinvigoration of Black families with younger Black men and Black women. And that is also helping to breed the revival of a Black middle class in America. You see,
the young Black man and woman, and it's helping to revive a Black middle class. Do you hear? Do you hear Representative Donald? He's a congressman from Florida. Let's hear a little more.
See, during Jim Crow, the Black family was together. That's right. During Jim Crow, more Black people were not just conservative, because Black people always have been conservative minded.
Now you heard somebody say, "That's right, that's right," but I if we pull out in this, if we pull out and let you see the audience, the front of the audience is mostly white people who were bought in to sit at this event. So don't think that that's Black people agreeing in this tight shot. Let's continue.
But more Black people voted conservatively.
Can anyone tell me which Jim Crow era Byron is talking about? Because it can't be the same one I know. If it were, he wouldn't be married to his wife or have kids. How can you talk about Black marriages when you're not in one yourself? Maybe he was drinking and all his feelings came out at once, because we all know alcohol has a way of making you speak your mind.
And so one of the things that's actually happening in our culture.
Okay, so you guys may remember Byron Donalds. Okay, so Byron Donalds is now running for governor of Florida. You know, Ron DeSantis can no longer run because thank God that they have term limits. But now he is a sitting senator who is running for the governorship. The only person who has said that he will be running. The only person. And he's number 2 in the race behind someone who has not declared that they would even be running in the race. But he's collected a lot of money. He's collected a lot of money, and he has been endorsed by 45-47 as well. While he was out there talking about Blacks were so much, the Black family was so together during Jim Crow, when women had zero rights, and the only thing that she could do, no matter what type of marriage she was in, was to stay married. You know, the same type of laws that they think that they need to bring back now, that women cannot file for divorce and all of these draconian laws. Okay, so let's be clear. He's running for governor of Florida. He's number 2 in a race where he is the only Republican who has declared that they're running behind Ron DeSantis' wife. Ron DeSantis, where $10 million has gone missing from some federal funding, and that had been tunneled to wife, under some PAC, under some super PAC, cricket floor. They can do. Why can they do these things? Because they have so many people who don't get off of their ass and vote. So they feel like they can do whatever they want. But let's see how Byron Donalds, other than when you heard him doing that stint, talking about how good we had it under Jim Crow, you have to understand that this is him being a pick-me for 45-47 when 45-47 was running for president. Also, you have to understand that he was the yes master. I go into the black neighborhoods. I go to the cigar shops. I show up at the barber shops. Yes, this is who that is. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Hey, Miss Ray. Hey, Church Mouse. Okay, so now he did all of that to ensure that the black vote for 45-47. That is who Byron Donalds is. Okay, so he's number 2 in a race. That he's the only one running for the Republican part of the ticket. So let's see how he's running his race, and let's see what's going on with Byron Donalds' run for the first. He will be the first black governor in Florida. So let's see exactly how he's running this race. Okay. If you haven't gone over to Keith Edwards' channel, go over there and check Keith out, because Keith is always on top. This is on this story first appeared in the Daily Beast. Here we go.
A MAGA star's top aide was accused of child molestation. Now, Donald Trump has endorsed Byron Donalds to become governor of Florida. He will likely win the Republican primary. Donalds has used Trump's endorsement to barnstorm the state and crucially has raised $22 million for the race. And he's capitalized on his MAGA profile. If he won, he'd be the first black governor of Florida and the first black Republican governor since the Reconstruction era. Wow, that's a big deal. Sad it will likely be Donalds. Now, as it says here, the president did not properly vet him. He was just friends with Donalds. He was like, all right, fine, you can get the endorsement. From almost all of his political career until now, until when all this stuff came out, Donalds has had Wilcoxon at his side. What a name for someone accused of this stuff. The pair, both 46, have posed for many photos together, including one with Trump since 2013, and have celebrated Thanksgiving together. These two were very close. The relationship has been lucrative for Wilcoxon. Records show Donaldson has paid Wilcoxon, who called the congressman a brother away from home, over $300,000 in reimbursement.
$300,000 to be a consultant. This is his right-hand man. We're going to get into all of the details of his sordid past, kind of like Byron Donaldson's own sordid past, where when he met his first wife in New York City, he had a heavy, thick Jamaican accent because he lied and told her that he was Jamaican. Like him being prosecuted for selling drugs. I think it was weed. Selling drugs, and then that being expunged from his record when he decided to go into politics. Like the fact that when he met his first wife, he came to her and allegedly told her, she did a whole interview, allegedly told her that he wanted a divorce because he was in love with another woman. And then he came back to his wife after that woman and him broke up. And he was back for about a month and left her again for the same woman. What woman is this? Wife number 2. You know, the Becky that we saw in the earlier clip. Oh, so this is Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds is a piece of work. And when his history, I think he spent some time in jail too. But he when he came to his wife, he asked her to pay for the divorce. He said, "Will you pay for the divorce? On top of me leaving you for another woman a second time, I need you to pay for the divorce because you know I ain't got the money, but I don't want to be with you." So she was like, "Nigga, bye. I'm gonna pay for to get free from your ass." Okay, so now he's swimming in money. But I want to know. I don't even know if he still got that lady hanging out for the money she paid for the divorce, because it don't seem it the way she said it. It doesn't seem like he even paid her for the divorce. Okay, nevertheless, we're moving on. Oh, we're rich now. His wife is also someone who has a big voice about in the Department of Education, and she is out here taking money to represent charter schools, and she's double dipping all over the place. They're not claiming the money she's being paid in his congressional disclosures. All types of stuff is going on with these Donalds, but he's able to repay a consultant over $300,000. Okay, I just I just want you to know that money's slipping back and forth all types of ways, and she's trying to. She's made quite a bit of money representing for-profit charter schools to take money since the state is going to be over. The Department of Education, since they're trying to close down the Department of Education. Can you imagine Byron Donalds being the governor of Florida and his wife having a heavy hand in steering students to charter school for profit? Let's continue.
Reimbursements and for consulting services. So Donalds has paid over $300,000 in reimbursements and for consulting services. So Donalds has paid $300,000 to an alleged child molester. Will Coxon will not be paid as a consultant for his gubernatorial race after this came out, but Will Coxon, and I have much more in-depth detail of the crimes in just a minute, but Will Coxon was charged with molesting a child while working as a substitute teacher in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hey, Jill. Hey, Liz. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your support.
That was dropped. Will Coxon previously said that black men did not commit such crimes, and then said this racist tirade that with white men, it's bombs, it's serial killers, it's child molestation. He told the Daily Beast on Wednesday that he never harmed anyone. This is not a person who has a clean record, regardless. Will Coxon's own record would certainly raise eyebrows for anyone vetting Donalds. This is who Donald Trump has endorsed, someone who is working closely with someone with this profile. In 2006, while working on a substitute teacher in Indianapolis, Indiana, he was alleged to have given a teenage girl a nude photo of himself, which police said she then showed to some classmates. The child reportedly told police that she had a crush on Will Coxon, and authorities alleged that he molested her in his car near school.
But wait, there's more.
Will Coxon was held on bond of $100,000. A year later, the case was dropped for unstated reasons. Will Coxon told the Beast that he would never touch a child. Who do you believe? That sounds all very real to me. I don't know why this was dropped. Obviously, we won't know for sure ever, but it seems like there's a lot of smoke. Now, also in 2006, the Indianapolis Star reported that he was dismissed as a substitute teacher for allegedly exposing himself to a custodian. Will Coxon also denied this has ever happened. In 2013,
but wait, there's more.
He was fired as a Hertz rental clerk at an airport in Naples, Florida, and then convicted of driving a car for months without permission. Cops found a purportedly missing vehicle in his driveway and arrested him, despite his pleas that he was allegedly renting the car. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison for grand theft auto. However, that conviction was vacated in 2022 after it was discovered that Hertz had systematically submitted incorrect reports of stolen vehicles nationwide. So he was let go on a technicality, but it did happen. He stole a car. In 2022, he was captured on camera lunging at a former Florida school.
Well, I'm not so sure about that because many people had been pulled over allegedly, but they didn't have. I don't know. Some of them did have the cars from us and were renting the cars and Hertz. I do remember cases when people were getting pulled over in cars that they had legitimately rented and they were arrested and all of this stuff. That did happen with Hertz. Okay. So but there's still more.
Board member's husband during a Republican executive committee meeting. Here is that video at a former Florida school. So he was let go on a technicality, but it did happen. He stole a car. In 2022, he was captured on camera lunging at a former Florida school board member's husband during a Republican executive committee meeting. Here is that video.
Then last Wednesday, this happened. Donald's campaign aide, Larry Wilcoxon, being restrained by a deputy and others after Lichter's husband, Nick, tells me he lunged at him during the Collier County Republican Executive Committee meeting, a room filled with fellow Republicans. During the Collier County Republican Executive Committee meeting, a room filled with fellow Republicans.
And then in 2023, this
there's more.
This is the person that Donald was working closely with up until this all came out and who Donald Trump has endorsed. In 2023, his then fiancee, Melissa, came in and filed an injunction for protection against him. She alleged that she was picked up, thrown in on the kitchen counter, and held against her will.
So this must be the coming together of Black people and the strongness of Black families that Donald was talking about when you vote Republican. Is this the strong family unit? His fiance, his then fiance, held against her will and thrown over a kitchen counter. But you know, voting, being conservative, grants you, a stronger relationships and marriages. Let's continue.
By Wilcoxon. She also alleged that after she fled, he found her more than 100 miles away, broke into her car, and scattered her belongings on the street. One more, he was charged with battery in 2003 for allegedly striking someone with a stick in a street fight, and then in 2013 for allegedly attacking a car detailer. That's just such a long list.
So I just wanted to give you a little insight into Byron Donaldson. Hey, viewers of you listening. Okay. A room full of white folks. Yes, a room full of white folks. Miss T Velocity, grand rising to you. Grand rising, stomp down. Yes, and Renee, Jill is always with the mess. Jill is always with the mess. I'm just kidding, Jilly. Go over there and check out Jill's Comfort Zone, and go over here and check out Stomp Down. Stomp Down. I saw your replay, and I was just, oh my God. If you haven't gone over there to hear Stomp Down's replay about the information that came out about those nuptials, you will have a good kiki. The real grand rising to you. I don't think I spoke to you individually, or Jill gonna shank me. Jill over there sharpening her rat tail comb, and if that's not sharp enough to shank me. Hey, Very Carey. And if you haven't checked out Very Carey, go over there and check her out, because he's obviously had anger issues and has been getting away with it for years because he has connections. Yes, he has connections. He has collected over $300,000 from the Byron Donaldson's campaign. As a advisor. This is who advising the one the man who said that black people were better under Jim Crow. No, and when you notice when they were conservative, how much better they were. And he's talking about the black family sitting up there hugged up with his white wife, who he left his black wife for, and asked the black wife to pay for the divorce. I'm just trying to give you the full picture. In full disclosure, hold on one second. In full disclosure, I just wanted you guys to know that. Grand Rising, Madison, I thank everybody for being here. Very Carrie, can you drop Jill's Comfort Zone, your own link, Stomp Down's link in the chat, please? Yes, I talked about that earlier. He even though Byron Donalds is the only one who has declared that he's running for the Republican governor seat, DeSantis' wife, who has not declared, has more vote from the Latino public. The Latino public has said that they will vote for her before they vote for this black man. So I guess they didn't fuck around and find out. These Latinos refuse. Okay. Jill, you was banging this morning. She always banging. Jill is a thug. If you didn't know. Hey, Miss T. Yes, thank you for putting T Velocity link in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. You was really banging this morning? Where was she? Where can I find the Jill was banging this morning content? I thought she was talking about me. She needed to mind her business. Thank you for putting Stomp Down's link in the chat. Thank you for putting your own link in the chat, Miss T Velocity's link, and Jill's Comfort Zone. Okay, I'm going to go over there and check that out. Oh, okay. So now there's two more things that I wanted to show you because, today is August 1st, and we're supposed to be collecting so much money from these tariffs that 4547 is enacting. So much money. So let's go here. Let's go to the Associated Press. We've been waiting. Money has been billions of dollars have already been rolling in. But Taco Trump has always rescinded all of the Trumps and extended the date and all of this. But there was going to be no extension. He was serious about these tariffs. So they were supposed to start at midnight last night. What happened? Trump injects new dose of uncertainty in tariffs as he pushes the start date back to August 7th. At close to midnight last night, he pushed the tariff start date back to August 7th. But they want you to believe that some of the tariffs have already been, none of the tariffs have already, they're lying on TV saying how much money he's already pulled in from tariffs that he has never enacted. Okay, so updated at 5:59 a.m. PDT. I don't know what PDT. I know what Pacific Daylight Time, I guess that is. Okay, Washington. For weeks, President 4547 was promising the world economy would change on Friday with its new tariffs in place. He has hardly nothing in place, and the shit that he's saying, he has increased certainly. Hey, Black Pearl, he has certainly increase the prices of all goods coming from the European Union, and has come out here and lied about some BS about how much the European Union has agreed to pay the United States for us having to pay more for the products. Our biggest trading partner, not the biggest place where we trade from to get our goods, which is China. There is no agreement with China as of yet. But our biggest back and forth trading partner, he wants you to believe that it was such a good thing that we have gone from paying 3% in tariffs to a whopping 15% in tariffs, and we are supposed to be winning because the EU said that they were going to spend $600 billion in American building up businesses and all of this, and spending and buying gas and oil from American. As soon as he left Scotland, the EU admits it can't guarantee. Hold on, I have to enlarge this. The EU admits it can't guarantee 600 billion promise to Trump. The extra investment pledge under the trade deal would come from private companies, which Brussels concede it has no power to control. So he's lying. He's lying. Japan also said the same thing about the promises to spend so much money in the U.S. as well. So all of these deals that he is promoting and out here talking about, he has absolutely no one and no way to collect this money that he says that they are going to invest. They're going to invest in America. The only thing that he is doing is ensuring that our prices are going up. There was a report that a big can of Folgers coffee used to be $12.99. Now it's right at $19.99. Now I have a big thing of Folgers coffee in my kitchen. I'm really thankful that it's damn near full. And I was like, I'm gonna have to pay $20 the next time I go get my Folgers coffee. Okay. He's ensuring that our prices rise. Okay. But when 4547 signed the order Thursday night imposing new tariffs, the start date of that punishing import tax was pushed back 7 days so tariff schedule could be updated. The change in the tariffs on 66 countries, the European Union, Taiwan, the Falkland Islands, was potentially welcome news to countries that had not yet reached a deal with the United States. It also injected a new dose of uncertainty for the consumers and businesses still wondering what is going to happen and when. 4547 told NBC News 7 in a Thursday night interview the tariff process was going well, very smooth. Very, 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 very smooth. And they had all of these Republican pundits out there last night talking about what happened to the inflation that they said was going to happen when the tariffs start. It didn't happen, nor did the tariffs happen. They said that when he enacted his tariffs, that there was going to be inflation. He hasn't enacted his tariffs. He has thrown a whole lot of uncertainty in the markets. But when he pushed back the dates, people stop panicking. Now, let's see what happens when all of these tariffs are enacted. He was supposed to get 90 deals in 90 days. That has not happened. These deals that he's touting out now, the only thing that is guaranteed is the price of everything is going to go up that you buy for your house that is not made in America, which is a whole lot of stuff, because we are not a manufacturing hub of anything damn near. So I just want you to know your prices are going up. He's pushing this back. And once prices go up, when do you see them go back down? When did the prices of rent go back down after they were skyrocketed after COVID? Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. That is a new starting point for housing to continue to climb, rents to continue to climb. Never, ever, ever. Okay, so I just wanted you to know that it was Taco Thursday night last night in the 45-47's administration. Let me share this with you as well. I just want you to know what you're in store for. Here we go. Just a little bit.
Trump administration, and we are starting tonight. It is day 193 of the second Trump administration, and we are starting tonight, you guessed it, with money, power, politics. For weeks now, midnight tonight was set to be Trump's big deadline for countries to either reach a trade deal or face the big tariffs he announced months ago. Just yesterday, the president posted, quote, "The August 1st deadline stands strong and will not be extended." But today, just hours before that deadline hit, he's blowing up those terms. He announced new tariffs on countries that have not reached a deal, some as high as 41%. Those will now take effect a week from now. Are you following that? When it comes to America's three biggest trading partners, today Trump gave Mexico a 90-day extension. But Canada, no breathing room for the Great White North. He signed an executive order raising Canada's tariff rate from 25 to 35%. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says they have the makings of a deal with China, but no announcements yet. The deadline there is August 12th. Other major partners do have deals in place, like the UK, Europe, Vietnam, and South Korea, but the tariffs in those deals are still huge increases from what was in place before Trump took office. And the details in all of those agreements are still unclear. But here's what is clear. Those foreign countries don't pay the tariffs. We do. American companies, American importers, and alas, the American consumer. Today, a federal appeals court took up the question of whether Trump can unilaterally impose tariffs. The court appeared skeptical of the government's claim that Trump can use an emergency powers law to carry out those tariffs. With that, let's get smarter with the help of our lead-off panel. Peter Baker is here tonight, Chief White House Correspondent for the New York Times. Leanne Caldwell joined.
And why was the judges, it was two judges, that question if even he could use the law that he's alleging that allows him to enact these tariffs, don't even speak on tariffs, doesn't even have the word tariff or even speaks about a tariff. The law that 4547 is using, because usually the tariffs have to go through Congress and Congress had to agree on the tariff. He is doing this unilaterally. That's why it's so fucked up. Okay, so that's a little something else that I wanted to tell you. Now, let's get into this. Remember 4547 said he is just going to send the worst of the worst, and they're sending all of their criminals over here, and we're gonna get the gang members out and all of that. You guys remember all of that? Well, let's check out this story from the Associated Press, shall we? Okay, what is the title? I hate all these goddamn ads. Mexican security chief confirms cartel family members entered U.S. in a deal with the Trump administration. 17 Mexican cartel family members were seen crossing into the United States. They have a walkthrough gate in San Diego where you can just walk through the border with all of their luggage. 17 members of a cartel family, and getting into federal agents' cars, because they had made a deal with the one who's getting the worst of the worst out, all of the cartel members. Remember, he talked about the cartel members and all of this that he was going to get rid of with this mass deportation shit. This is what he has cut a deal with the worst of the worst. What cartel What cartel did he cut a deal with, you may ask? Did you guys hear about this? I want to know if you guys heard about this. I want to know what cartel family did he cut a deal with? If you know, put it in the chat. Hey, the Bushes. I guess you guys don't know. I see no answers. Everything is already going up. I know I'm behind a little bit. El Capo. What was the El? What is his name? L. Not El DeBarge. El Chapo. Remember, it was such a big hunt on for El. Yeah, I think it's El. It's him. Let me see. Now his son took over his business. Remember, he dug out of prison, and they finally caught him again. And they had been he had been one of the top cartel leaders in Mexico. So, do you not think that his family, like most cartel member families, are up on game? What's going on? What type of money that they living off of? But they're over here in America now. I guess they were being. I guess they were like the Afrikaners, and they were being. They had genocide used on them. You know, the cartels who they say has unalived many people in many brutal ways. Okay, so I guess they're having, I guess they're facing I think they got something that other people, other Mexicans can't enter under, a special asylum for persecution in their state. I get that, that thing that 4547 closed off for everyone else. That thing that 4547 has even taken away from people who entered the country that way and are actually following up, have court dates about the asylum that they have pled when they came in a entry spot that they were supposed to come in, not the ones just came in willy-nilly wherever. These people who came in a actual spot that they were supposed to come in and declared their status, was given court dates and have been showing up to court dates and that have been disappearing into ice. But I guess he decided to give these 17 people from this cartel family the benefit of the doubt. I guess he decided, without a court involved, that he could just make deals with 17 people. Now, these are not 17 broke people. You do understand, if they were head of a cartel for that many years, and then the business went over to these people are not broke. These ain't no the dusty people coming over in flip-flops and tank tops. They are not broke people. Okay. I just wanted it to be clear. Okay. If you guys haven't watched Narc, you guys should really watch Narc. The amount of money that these drug cartel heads were making over in Mexico on the weed alone, much less the Coca-Cola. Oh my God! In the 80s and the 90s, I couldn't believe the amount of money that these cartels were making. I could not believe it. Okay, so let's go into. Okay, Mexico's security chief confirmed Tuesday that 17 family members of cartel leaders crossed into the U.S. last week as part of a deal between a son of the former head of the Sinaloa cartel and the 4547 administration. Mexican security Secretary Omar Garcia confirmed a report by independent journalist Luis Chapaquero that the family members of the Guzman Lopez, who was extradited to the United States in 2023, had entered the U.S. Guzman Lopez was one of the brothers. I thought it was one of the sons. Guzman Lopez is one of the brothers left running a fraction of the Sinaloa after notorious Capo Juan El Capo Guzman was imprisoned in the U.S. Videos showed the family members walking across the border from Tijuana with their suitcases to waiting U.S. agents. Rumors had circulated last week that the younger Guzman, the son, the younger Guzman, that is the son, would plead guilty to avoid trial for several drug trafficking charges in the U.S. after being extradited in 2023. Wait a minute, that may be the brother. They were saying it was the son. This says it's the brother. Garcia confirmed the family members crossing it in a radio interview and said it was clear to Mexican authorities that they were doing so after negotiations between Guzman Lopez and the U.S. government. Did y'all hear about that? Why do you think he let them come over here? Now, I thought I had a video about that. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. And I'll see what you guys are saying about that. Oh, here it is. I do have a video. So let me share this with you. Okay. Here we go. Not much details. I don't know if that slipped by everybody. He's getting the worst of the worst out of here. I don't know if that hold on. Wrong link. Let me share the right link with you. Okay. Here we go. This is on, what channel is this on? It's not on that channel. Why do I keep choosing my own channel? I don't know if something's going on. I'm not choosing my own channel. Here we go. Okay, this is on Ring of Fire. If you're not subscribed to them, go over there and check out Ring of Fire.
So in his little Truth Social mental meltdown that Donald Trump had on Thursday morning before the Supreme Court's hearing on the birthright citizenship case, Donald Trump mentioned that the people who actually love birthright citizenship the most, of course, are the drug cartels. Oh, they love it, those cartel leaders. They can just come over here, have babies, and then boom, they're anchored into the United States. You know what else the cartels love? They love making deals with Donald Trump to bring their entire families into the United States. The Mexican government confirmed.
Hey, T. Danielle. Now, if you watch, what was it? What did I just say? If you watch Cartel, they have a series about the Mexican cartels, the Colombian cartels. I think it's a 3-part series. You will see that these cartels were getting no deals back in the day. No deals. Now, he talked about all the fentanyl that's coming over the Mexican border. He's talking about he's doing tariffs on Canada because of all the fentanyl that's supposedly coming over the border in via Canada when it has been reported that there's hardly any fentanyl coming over from Canada. Also, he has given Mexico a 90-day reprieve on their tariffs, not the 7-day reprieve. They got a 90-day reprieve on their tariffs. So I forgot to add that in, but let's continue.
This week, that Donald Trump's administration struck a deal with the son of El Chapo, who had been running the drug cartel since El Chapo was arrested. They made a deal with this individual by the name of Ovidio Guzman Lopez to bring his family into the United States in exchange for Guzman Lopez providing information on rival drug dealers. Let me say that one more time. The leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, formerly run by El Chapo, which was then run by his son, the Trump administration agrees with the son, a drug cartel leader, to let his family come in to the United States in exchange for him giving up info on rival drug cartels. So who's going to be running the Sinaloa drug cartel? It clearly is a family business. After dad gets arrested, the son takes over. Now,
and what exactly are you going to do to these whoever's running these cartels? What are they just supposed to tell on how much information will they know about who's running what on the American side? Because that's the only part of the cartel that you can have any effect on, that you can bust or rob or whatever the fuck you agents do to drug cartels. It's only the ones who are receiving. You can't do shit to the cartels members who are over in Mexico. You can't. We saw, if you watch Cartel, you will see how hard it was. Well, not under this justice system. That's why he pick people who will do whatever he says. I don't know. He may be able to go over there and disappear them from their own country. Who knows? But let's continue.
of course, the son has been arrested, obviously. So his family that's now in the United States, are they continuing the family business? Kind of sounds like they might be. And this administration, who has warned us since Trump's first administration that when Mexico sends people, they're not sending their best, they're sending drug dealers. We have to stop the drugs coming into this country. We have to stop the cartels. Literally made an agreement to essentially bring a cartel into the United States. That's it. That's the story, folks.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in. There something about the fabric of American life. They're staining the fabric of America. Some bullshit. And he has let them in. Okay, this is my last story I want to touch on. It's that Virginia Dufresne story. I'm sure that you guys have heard 4547 say that Epstein. Now, it was reported that a statement came out from the White House where they had righteous indignation about Jeffrey Epstein. And they said, yes, he was a member of the Mar-a-Lago club, but he was thrown out after it was found out he was a creep. This was their statement a week ago or 2 weeks ago. But Motormouth is sitting up there in Scotland saying something else. He's on his plane home from Scotland saying Jeffrey Epstein was thrown out of Mar-a-Lago because he kept stealing the young women. These were children. And it just trips me out how, if you notice this press corps that is on the plane with 45, 47 asking him these questions, are calling these you can definitely say these young ladies, but these young women. These were not women. These were teenagers. And I question. They said Virginia Dupre, who unalived herself since this stuff started coming back up in the press. She unalived herself, I think, in April, when this stuff started bubbling back up to the top. Had many issues. Has been an advocate, an outspoken advocate about what happened to her. Now, she's not the first person in this Epstein thing, beside Epstein himself, who has found themselves on the other side of life. Let's be clear. There is a guy over in France. I forget his name. He had an alleged model agency that had young people in it between the ages of 14 and 22 or something like that. He wound up on the other side of life as well, allegedly doing it himself. A very, 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 very rich man. I just couldn't take. I just can't. What is it? I can't take this living already. Oh, I can't take. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. Oh, because she unalived herself as well. Okay, so get back on track, Ronnie Q. Okay, so let's see the latest about Virginia Dupre. 4547 said he took her from me, as if she actually was his possession. Like she was actually something that he owned. And I told him don't take any more, and he kept doing it. He kept taking these people from me. So you're mad about an employer-employee situation that you no, bullshit. Let's hear.
Scandal is not going away for Donald Trump. One of them is this: he and his administration keep behaving every day like they have something to hide. I mean, Trump himself cannot keep his story straight about Jeffrey Epstein. And the more he talks about it, the worse it seems to get. In his attempt to spin another version of how he broke up with the late child sex trafficker, Donald Trump said something truly disturbing about one of Epstein's victims.
That's such old history. Very easy to explain, but I don't want to waste your time by explaining it. But for years, I wouldn't talk to Jeffrey Epstein. I wouldn't.
Oh, motherfucker, we got time. Let's talk. I don't want to waste your time talking about it.
Talk because he did something that was inappropriate. He hired help. And I said,
what's inappropriate about hiring help? And I don't understand that this 16-year-old was allegedly homeless. Where does a homeless person have a job with one of the richest men allegedly in the country at that time and is still homeless? And you and Epstein were big buddies. Why did it bother you so much that the 16-year-old that you hired to work in a spa, I'm pretty sure she had so much spa experience. Why did it bother you so much that he took her from you? Let's continue.
don't ever do that again. He stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place, persona non grata.
You threw him out of the place, persona non grata, because he was taking your employees away from you. Is that what it is? But your spokesperson said that he did something very, he was a creep. He was a creep, and that's why he got thrown out. But see, the thing about it, you can say all of this, say less. You know that you guys haven't peeped up on the black culture. Say less. Y'all have it 2 or 3 years down the road and acting like it's yours. You should say less, because even then, It doesn't make sense. You're saying he was person non grata. At first, you tried to elude it was because of the case that he found himself in 2007, and now we find out that this was way earlier, and to uh, you continued to be seen with him after he had taken her away from you. So none of it makes sense. Uh, as you say, took her away from you. You were still enthralled with him, and you threw him out years later. Bullshit.
Threw him out, and that was it. I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth.
So that was Trump yesterday at his Scotland golf resort, which, by the way, he's promoting flying there on the taxpayer dime, saying he stole people that worked for me. Did he really mean that? Today we learned the answer was yes.
People were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
That was audio that we got from Air Force One. We had only the audio. Spa or not spa, don't take my people. So Donald Trump now says that he ejected the world's most notorious trafficker and abuser of minor women and girls from his life because the guy kept stealing his spa workers. You split up the friendship 15 years because he was grooming and recruiting your staff to go abuse them, but you didn't do anything about it? It's a very strange thing to say. It's also a narrative that, like so much with Trump, has just this little kernel of truth buried inside it.
Virginia Roberts was working in the spa at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach when British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell introduced her to multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein.
The training started immediately. I mean, it was everything down to how to give a blowjob, how to be quiet, be subservient, give Jeffrey what he wants.
That woman, who later changed her name to Virginia Giuffre, was 16 when she was indeed recruited from Mar-a-Lago by Maxwell, not Epstein. And after breaking free of Epstein, she became a really outspoken advocate for her fellow victims. She led them in multiple lawsuits. Giuffre died by suicide earlier this year. So was she who Trump was talking about?
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah, he stole her.
Okay. The long path to the answer. Yes. Let's read that again. And they asked, was she one by name? I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yep. He stole her. Okay. Now let's look in Greaseball's face as he make these claims. Let's have a look at Greaseball's face when he's asked these questions. See, you can tell a lot. It's something at looking at a person body language when they say these things. Let me share another part of this story.
Jeffrey Epstein to crumble. Trump breaking his silence on what he says caused his close friendship with Jeffrey Epstein to crumble.
For years, I wouldn't talk to Jeffrey Epstein. I wouldn't talk because he did something that was inappropriate. He hired help. And I said, don't ever do that again. He stole people that worked for me.
How is that inappropriate? You may not like it. Maybe, people are allowed to leave their job for a different employer if that employer is your friend or not. What is inappropriate about what you're saying? What is inappropriate? You said that he likes girls on the younger side. You were aware of this. You were, and that was that the inappropriateness that you're speaking of? That we're supposed to forget that you said about someone who had served time for having inappropriate relationships with young girls already, even though it was a slap on the wrist, who died in under your Justice Department watching your first presidency because he had been charged with doing this to thousands of more times after his first conviction. Let's continue.
Said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place, persona non grata. I threw him out, and that was it. I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth.
Well, you know, of course, we've heard from multiple guests, all of whom knew Trump and in different times and ways. They all agreed with one thing, that Epstein and Trump were once, quote, best friends. Now, of course, the big question is, what does that really mean when it comes to Trump? And if Epstein and Trump ended their long friendship, as Trump describes it, happening there, right? Because that Epstein hired people who worked for him. Well, who was the hired help that Epstein was stealing away that was so important? There are a lot of questions about this. The answers matter. And in a moment, I'm going to speak to people who have inside knowledge of the Epstein investigation and Trump and Epstein's relationship. But obviously, it's important that Trump chose to disclose these details tonight. It is a big turnaround from past answers as of late about what came between him and Epstein.
I did have a falling out a long time ago. The reason doesn't make any difference.
Well, Trump now sees that the reason perhaps does make a difference, and that his attempts to dismiss the Epstein investigation are not working. They're not.
Who is this standing next to Trump as he says this? Who that the reason he had a falling out and the reason doesn't make a difference. Let's get to this. Who is standing next to him when he says that?
The reason perhaps does make a difference, and that his attempts to dismiss the
Hold on.
The reason doesn't make any.
Who is that? Who is that standing next to him? Who is that standing next to him? That is his former. He put him in as the the Department of Labor, the Labor Department. That is his former Labor Department Secretary of Labor in his first term. Who is he? He is the one who was prosecuting Jeffrey Epstein in his first trial, where they gave him that sweetheart deal where he can only had to sleep in jail for 12 hours, and he could take the other 12 hours and do whatever he wanted to do away from the jail. That is Acosta, who made sure, and he got a sweetheart deal when 47 found himself in office, and he only quit when questions came up about why would you give her a sweetheart deal. So he resigned from office to make it go away. Where were we? Where are we? Let's get back to some more jibber jab from 47.
I can say this, those files were run by the worst scum on earth. If they had anything, why didn't they use it when I was killing Joe?
Of course, it's worth here just one basic fact that I think speaks 1,000 words, which is that Epstein was arrested while Trump was president. But Trump tried to blame Biden anyway for all of this, anything to make it go away. And now he is even dangling a pardon to the one person who is serving time for helping Epstein run a child sex trafficking ring. That, of course, is Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted liar who may end up in the position of actually being able to sink or save people whose names are in the Epstein files.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it.
And be clear, everyone who he has pardoned, that is the first thing that he says when he asks, "Are you gonna pardon Manafort? Are you gonna pardon Flynn? Are you gonna pardon what's the other white face guy who went to jail?" All of these people, they ask him, "Well, I haven't thought about it." That is the first thing that he said. What is the white face old guy with the white hair and looks like a clown? Are you gonna pardon what's the sloppy guy? Steve Bannon. Oh, I haven't thought about it. He says that before he pardons everyone. Let's continue.
It's in the news about that aspect of it, but right now it would be inappropriate to talk about it.
Right now, it'd be inappropriate, he says. Not ever. Of course, Maxwell's attorney has been very clear she wants a pardon. He spoke out publicly on Friday, saying that they hope Trump acts in what they say is a right and just way. And tonight, Maxwell, who is serving 20 years for her role in helping Epstein groom and abuse those underage girls, is pressing ahead with an appeal to the Supreme Court. She claims she was unlawfully prosecuted for her actions with Epstein. And while she waits to see if Trump or the Supreme Court come to her rescue, Democrats are warning of what they...
Okay, I think the Chris Matthews one was better. So go over there and check out Chris Matthews. Let me go back to the Chris Matthews one. Not Chris Matthews. What is that boy's name? Let me go back to that one because there was some more information that he was giving in his. MSNBC over CNN. At least he was putting the dates together a little better. Hold on 1 second. There was something I could not remember about. There's something. Hold on. There's something I can't remember about the timeline. Okay. Well. Oh well. Okay, so the family has something to say when they Keena, I know they said that it was about a land deal, but it was definitely not about a land deal. 4547 has come out and said that he became person non grata because he kept stealing employees from him. Okay, I know that I had reported that was what the story was, because that's what was being reported, that they stopped being friends over a land deal. And well, let's take it back. The land deal did happen after the women were taken from his employ. So maybe it really was the land deal, and now he's trying to pretend like it was because he took his people away from him. I don't know. It's just a whole lot of lying. Let me see if I can find that Chris Matthews one again, because he did a whole lot of, as he not Chris. Why do I keep calling him Chris Matthews? And I want to call him Lawrence O'Donnell. What is what is his name? Oh my God, I'm having hey Styles with Tisa. Hey Love Blake, Keena, thank you guys for being here. Okay. Now they have taken the page down about the family. Uh, they had a story up about the family being pissed off about talking, talking and regarding her as some piece of property or something. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this. Here we go. So they were kind of insulted at the way he referenced her, like she was property of his. Here we go.
Accusers of Jeffrey Epstein, Virginia Giuffre's two brothers and their wives, all family together, telling me in an extensive and emotional interview in literally just the last hour that their sister was a person, not an object. They are urging the president not to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, who they call a monster. Giuffre died by suicide in April. A senior administration official tells NBC News no leniency is being given or discussed. The family of Giuffre says her voice is still with them. We're going to play that conversation now for you in full. So, Danny, you and the family have come out with this statement over the course of the last 24 hours here. Can you tell me a little bit what prompted you and the family to come out with this statement about everything that's happened in the last couple of days?
I think what prompted us to come out was that our sister's name was invoked. And I feel like anything to do with her, since her passing, I think that she has to be represented by her family. She's very clear with us how she wanted her legacy pulled forward, and I didn't want her name to be said and not be clear, if that makes sense.
On that note, when you said the president invoked your sister's name, he said specifically that word when he described her as being stolen, having been quote unquote stolen. What went through your mind when you heard that?
I think we were shocked by it, especially to use the term stolen, because she's not an object, she's a person. She's a mom, she's a sister. And she was recruited by Maxwell. She wasn't stolen, she was recruited at Mar-a-Lago, his property, place where she was looking forward to having fun that summer. And it just kind of makes us wonder, I mean, how much he knew. You know, especially, and it's in our statement a couple of years later, you know, he made a statement on Epstein and, you know, how he liked young girls. And so, yeah, it does make us question how much did he know?
Sky, you referenced the comment that President Trump made in 2002. You just referenced it there. Did Virginia ever talk about Donald Trump relative to her time at Mar-a-Lago?
We're discovering this at the same time. I had my mic off all that time. I was going through things that you may want be interested in. I had my mic off the whole time. Let's check this out before we go. Not me. Why does it keep doing that? Hold on. Let's check this out before we go. Let's see what ICE has been up to. Here we go.
What you are seeing is a man being abducted by ICE via a white supremacist playbook doled out by the federal government.
This is just me. This is the federal, the ICE.
Y'all scaring the dude, bro. That's not how you arrest people.
What?
Here, I can take care. I got rights to talk, bro.
I got no right here.
I do.
Get up.
I was born and raised. What about you? I was born and raised. I have the right to talk.
You know, once you got that proper spread on him, he was gone. It's funny, bro. It's funny. He does.
Starting to resist more now. We're gonna end up shooting someone. If you keep going like this, you're gonna.
They're starting to resist more. We're going to wind up shooting some of them. And understand that that was a United States citizen. He said that I have my Social Security card. I have my I have my birth certificate. I am a citizen. I was born here. And he was still arrested. Let's understand that they start joking about how good it's going to be when they get that money that was in the budget. Their bonuses. Let's hear them talk about their bonuses.
If this kid goes like, "What's wrong you?" No, you can do that. I'm not doing. Like we told you already to get out. You either get out or I'm gonna pull you out. Right. Yep. So, God damn. Woo. Nice.
Just remember, you can smell that too with a $30,000 bonus.
Yeah.
So he messed up and pepper sprayed himself, and he said, "Well, just remember, you're going to be able to smell that too with that $30,000 bonus." This is what they're doing with your tax dollars to American citizens. But they're saying that, and how are they picking up these people? They're racially profiling these people. Plain and simple. They have no arrest warrants. They are going around looking for people who look like they're Hispanic. They're going to places where they think that they are working, and they have still deported less people than Biden and Obama at the same point in their presidencies. That's why they're taking these tactics. I don't give a fuck about how many people are deported, but what I do give a fuck about is making it ignoring racial profiling to get numbers up in prisons, detainments, or white satisfaction. See, I don't support any of this because none of this is necessary to do the job. And when you tell them about this, all of these Republicans with their talking points, well, do you know how many people Barack Obama deported? The deportation is not the problem. The breaking the rule of law is the problem. The racially profiling people and catching them up in a fucking net like you skimming across the ocean for a fucking fish. That's the problem. If I gotta follow the law, you gotta follow the law.
The modern day Gestapo were caught on film saying stuff like this.
Where are they picking him up from? After his court hearing, he's doing what they said. If you want to file for asylum, you should enter through a designated area and file for asylum. And then what happens? then what happens? See, this is the problem. This right here is the problem. Lazy. And they're getting 30 grand to stand outside immigration courts and collect people up. This is what they're getting 30 grand bonuses for.
Move back. Out the way, Bills. Out the way. You're gonna get knocked down. Move.
And acting like this.
Victoria, hi. Having fun?
Having a lot of fun.
Did he just call you by your name?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, James Ford. How's it going, James? You having fun too?
Harassing members of the public from their cars.
Oh no! I'm being blacked in! These motherfuckers. Oh. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's do this. Dude, they have Alpha on their thing, and it's Ford with a it's a Ford, and it has Alpha something, and the phone number is something. Alpha Green. It's Alpha Green. The Explorer is trying to hit me. He's following me. It's called Alpha Green. The business is called Alpha Green, and he's trying to hit me right now with his car. It's a Ford Explorer, and he's gonna try to block me in right now. His license plate is 77GF556. He's gonna hit me.
Let him hit you.
He's
Get
pulling
paid.
a weapon on me. He's pulling a weapon on me. He's pulling a weapon on me. He's pulling a weapon on me.
Shout out to Vici on TikTok for her impeccable driving skills and activism. This is the kind of response the community needs.
It's closed because we had a criminal search warrant here today.
Okay.
What's
What's
your
your
name?
name? Sorry, I didn't get your name.
You don't need my name.
Well, then who are you?
I'm with the Department of Homeland Security.
Homeland
You have a
Security.
badge?
Do you have a
Yes.
badge or anything to prove that? Because if not, I'm just going to walk in.
It's right there.
Where? There's no badge there, sir.
See it right here? My belt?
I just want to see the officer number. 508 here. What's your name?
We're going to shut the door now. You have about 2 seconds before you're arrested for
1, 2.
hindering a federal investigation.
I'm not even. How am I hindering your investigation? I'm not in the building.
We're out on the public sidewalk.
Okay. I'm not in the building. How can I hinder
So
your
what's your
investigation?
concern then?
I'm concerned what's going on. I have an order to pick up.
So you're more concerned about your order, but not the labor trafficking and exploitation that's going on.
Who said there's any labor trafficking?
This is a criminal search warrant. This is a criminal search
Can I
warrant.
see a copy of it?
Signed by a judge.
Okay. You know what, you guys
I already
just come
got
in
your
the kitchen.
case. You can take. You can take.
All right,
the
I can come
mask
in the
now.
kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation.
Appreciate it.
Oh, they cleared out the whole Mexican restaurant. God damn, where's my food?
Want to do any names or identification today? Stand behind your work.
I got 15048 was the badge number for this gentleman.
Now they
from
running.
HSI.
These girls are like 15 years old.
What do you tell your kids about what you
Public
do?
servants.
Yeah, I'm so proud of your work.
Either that or just.
So that's where your tax dollars are going for these private ICE agents en masse. I don't know who the fuck they are. Since they're offering so much money and loan forgiveness, maybe you can be one. Hey, Max Boogie. Thank you. I apologize for being on mute for so long. Yeah, I was just running across a couple of things that you may be interested in. Hit my links and check out the links that I have. What is this? So there's a link on the Midas Touch the title is Trump Cover Up Backfires as Victims Go Public. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not going to hold you guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and, share some information that you've seen on this page. As you see, they're going into businesses where people are working, where they're actually contributing to the economy by paying their FISA taxes. However, he's going in and collecting them. They're collecting people who show up to their court, who came into this country the correct way. At the same time, they're secretly allowing family members of drug cartels in here with secrets agreement with the 45-47 administration. Let's not forget that the whole reason for that they came down the scale and said that Mexico is sending the worst of its worst and all the cartels that remember that was the rallying cry to get all the races to come out and well there's the Mexican cartels, fentanyl, Mexican cartels, and then you learn that he has secretly El Chapo, one of the biggest cartel leaders. He has secretly allowed 17 of his family members to enter the United States, escorted in by federal agents while they're running around like this. So I just wanted you to have the information. I hope you guys have a great remainder of your weekend. The link is in my box. There was somebody at the State of Beings. Thank you for coming as well. Styles with Tisa, Barn Dog. I appreciate you all for being here. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I just wanted to get this information out. They're offering $50,000 sign-on bonuses to be an ICE agent, an attorney, an investigator, and they are forgiving student loans. Do you think any of these dummies out there been to college? Have you gone to college? Have you graduated from college? You think any of them numbnuts out there have student loans to forgive? Well, they may have failed out of college. They could still have student loans. But let me say, the same people who were so against Biden's loan forgiveness, so people could get out of their student loan debt and possibly live some type of subsistence of the American dream. No, but they only want to give a federal student loan relief if you are willing to go out there and put a mask on your face and do the things that they're doing so unconstitutionally and so lazily. You get a 50,000 bonus and your your student loan forgiven for standing outside of the court room for people who did it the right way, that you say you wouldn't mess with them if they did it the right way, that you take all the protections away from them that were granted to them because they did it the right way. See, I'm against that type of shit. So let me tell you something. All the shit that you see being done to someone else and you ignore it. Remember, you live in America as well. And the same thing can be done to you. That's all I have to say. Hope you guys have a great remainder of your day. Them slick Thank you for being here, and I'll see you around the YouTube streets.
Take a seat and go meet Ronnie, sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat, sweet, sweet Ronnie.